Hey everybody, it's the One-Timers again talking about the knockout phase now. We have had one wild World Cup up to date. Justin Thomas here, Matt Oster on the phone. Matt, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day in Minneapolis. I was actually able to play some soccer myself for the first time in a while a couple days ago, so I'm in a good mood, and the World Cup has been entertaining to say the least.
Good. I have loved this World Cup up to date. So far, a lot of goals have been scored, which is always nice too. No offense to those defenders out there, but a lot of goals, some spectacular, some just kind of like how that go in, and then others, and you're just like, wow, you feel like that could have been something could have been done a little bit better to prevent that from happening.
Exactly, and really there've been a handful of 0-0 games, and then there's only been a handful of games that have been decided by more than 2 goals. So. Mm-hmm. Most of the games have been pretty competitive, even between teams that no one thought had a chance. So it's been all those soccer haters have kind of had to eat the words, at least for this World Cup. So it's been great.
Yeah, it has. All right, let's start it off with the knockout phase. We have the hosts, Brazil. They won Group A. They're taking on another South American opponent, a very good-looking side in Chile, who finished second in Group B. What do you like about this South American matchup?
It's going to be definitely interesting when you got 2 teams from the same area.
Yeah.
I'd have to look up. I'm not sure how they fared in qualification or if they had to qualify against each other. That'd be an interesting thing to look up. I'm sure someone has, but. Speaking on Brazil, I wasn't too impressed with Brazil. I don't know about you, JT, but all this hype going into it, they're the home team. They're supposed to have all this young talent, and Neymar showed up a little bit, but they barely beat Croatia. Mm-hmm. They tied Mexico and Cameroon. And no offense to Cameroon, but they were pretty unorganized and stuff. So not too impressed with Brazil right now. Kind of not many shows with the Jungle Bonito Brazil we're used to.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. One point to say, Brazil didn't have to do any qualifying due to being the host, so they never played Chile in the qualifying for this.
Good point. I'm right.
But for Brazil, I think you're right. I think the Croatia game, in all honesty, they looked very unorganized. Marcelo had an own goal to start out. Obviously, there's the penalty where Fred completely flopped and got a penalty for Neymar to put away. And then the other 2 goals, Neymar's first goal and Oscar's goal in that match, I feel like the keeper could have done better. They weren't anything spectacular. I feel like the keeper really should have done a better job in that match for that one. And I think that's kind of where we get to now, because that game versus Mexico played fantastic defensively. Obviously, they've had a tough time all the way up to this point scoring goals. But just for how well the back line did, and Ochoa, we'll get to him in a little bit, how well he did in that game, I think that definitely showed a weakness with Brazil. Now, obviously, they destroyed Cameroon, but I think anyone really could in this tournament could probably have destroyed Cameroon. So I'm not. I mean, sure, that maybe was a good tune-up game to get this point versus Chile, but Chile very well in their group. They held off Australia in the first match. Then they beat Spain, which knocked Spain out of the World Cup. They beat them 2-0. They looked pretty dominant. They dominated Spain for a good portion of that as well. And then the last one, we'll get to the Dutch in a little bit, but. Obviously, they lost to the Dutch 2-0 to result in them playing Brazil. But I think this is one that could really go either way, in all honesty, just due to how good Chile's playing and how kind of shaky Brazil's looked.
I think Brazil at times is a little unorganized to me. I mean, I think it's really important for a team to get pressure on Neymar up the field. And I think the image I have when Neymar is dangerous, and most players are dangerous. The one goal against Croatia when he got the ball about half, and then they gave him yards of space, and he was able to shoot from the top of the box, and the goalie probably could have saved it. I mean, they barely pressured him at all, and they gave him space, and I think, especially with the guy who's one of the best players, it's going to be dangerous. And I mean, Chile just took care of Spain. They were one of the better counterattacking teams. I honestly, I watched the game on my phone when I was doing stuff, and I can't name names, but they're definitely very dangerous. I think it's going to be. I think Brazil will find a way to win, but I definitely think they're going to have more than their hands full.
I agree. I think Brazil has just too much star power to not find ways to score goals, and I think that I agree with you on that. I think Brazil will win this one, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than everyone thought. I think it was the 2010 World Cup where they played each other in this exact place, and Brazil won 3-0. But I could very well see this one being 2-1 and just a dog battle. And I think this is going to be one of the best games in the knockout stage.
It's going to be exciting. Definitely a lot of attacking going on. And then it's always fun to get the host nation involved. So that'll be a big one to watch. There's definitely a good possibility that Chile knocks them out. I wouldn't be that surprised. Like Chile's been playing, they already knocked out Spain, so it'll be a cracker.
Very true. All right, so we're taking Brazil, both taking Brazil on that one. We'll take another look at another game in just a moment.